Heller. I live at 1902 Tumbleweed Circle in West Bend. I'm the parent of 2 children in the district, both of whom have been involved in forensics. My oldest is currently a junior at East and stands to be adversely impacted by the funding changes affecting the forensics program. I too have questions and am here seeking clarification on how decisions specific to extracurricular funding are actually made. It's curious to me that the high school principal, who appears to be making these decisions, has been unable to provide that clarification. When approached, Principal Groff indicated having no knowledge of the actual program costs historically or the number of students involved in the program. I'm no accountant, but both of those seem like pertinent pieces of information when you're appropriating funds. It's also concerning to me that a program's coach wouldn't be notified that her budget is being substantially reduced until the month before the season is set to begin. I'm not here to pit athletics against the arts. My children are athletes as well. But I'm quite certain my daughter's soccer coach would not be told in February that his budget was being cut in half, thereby only allowing them to participate in half of their scheduled games that season. Simply wouldn't happen. I work in a surrounding school district and have some understanding of school funding mechanisms. I also recognize there's not an infinite amount of available dollars. If this is simply a matter of funding reductions or reallocations, I get that. My issue is that this should have been surfaced months ago when problem solving could have occurred. Perhaps an additional student activity fee could have been assessed. Fundraising could have taken place. But to simply say that a program is getting less money than has been previously allocated and that the current amount fails to cover necessary expenses with no explanation and no plan is unacceptable to me as a parent and should be to you as board members. There's been a lot of talk around student safety in our region in recent weeks. What's often missing in those conversations is information on student belonging and, as we heard earlier, mental health, which are often at the core for students who threaten and ultimately act out in violent ways. As a certified psychologist, I am aware of the research around these issues. According to the American Psychological Association, 1 in 5 children has a diagnosable mental health condition. While I'm not here to suggest that forensics or debate on their own will keep kids mentally healthy or prevent acts of school violence, research on these issues overwhelmingly indicates that students who are actively involved in school feel connected to their school community and have a positive peer group, not only report better mental health outcomes, as well as greater student achievement and higher rates of graduation. For many of the students who will be adversely impacted by these proposed cuts, forensics is their hook. It keeps them positively engaged, encourages them to make healthy decisions, promotes a positive self-image, and instills confidence. If the mission of the district is truly to promote college and career readiness, those skills and attributes should be priorities for the administration and the board, and the programs that promote those assets should be fiscally backed by the district. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lance Tormson. I live on 1705 Woodridge Road, and I'm currently enrolled as a junior at West Bend West High School. I firmly believe that clubs and co-curriculars in our arts programs are something that we as a school district do best. Whether it be our forensics program, our debate program, our Skills USA, or our mock trial, our Model UN, I believe that we truly have provided an opportunity for every single student in this room, and as well hundreds of others, to truly do something amazing, to truly put our time and our effort into something and truly change the world and to compete. And I understand that money is extremely tight right now, and we're making cuts that we think are necessary, but I would really ask you guys to reconsider, because all of these clubs are something that we really care about here at West Bend, and we would really like to see the same opportunities that we've been given in the past, because it's made a massive impact in all of our lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Lance.
Hi, my name is Jason Miller. I live at 754 Juniper Court. I am a sophomore at West Bend East, and I'd like to shed some light on concerns I have about the music department. Now, most people say that music is sort of a third language. It unlocks most of the brain that foreign languages do, and it actually statistically helps people academically. Yet, our music department is one of the lowest funded areas of our high school. And just like chemistry has their supplies, their chemicals, their fume hoods, their goggles, we have our instruments, our instrument maintenance, like valve oil, torque grease. We need instrument repair, We need new instruments. Some of our band instruments alone are almost decades old. We have a bass saxophone that is so old that we won't let anyone touch it because we don't have the money to fix it if it does get damaged. All I'm asking is that you guys think about funding our programs more because we need the money and we don't get as much exposure as we need to because we don't have the money to book any sort of huge events. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.